Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am Tim, your financial guide, and today we are talking about speed, specifically the speed of money. Imagine this scenario. You have filed your taxes, you've done the hard work, you see that beautiful number at the bottom of the return, the refund amount that belongs to you. But then the waiting game begins. The IRS says it takes 21 days, sometimes months. But what if I told you that waiting is optional? What if I told you that there is a strategic, completely legal method to get those funds into your bank account in as little as 5 days? Yes, you heard me right, 5 days. Today, we're not just talking about filing taxes, we're talking about hacking the timeline. We're going to discuss the refund advance strategies, the precision of e-filing, and the specific loopholes in the calendar that the wealthy use to keep their cash flow moving. Because in the world of finance, time is money, and I don't want you losing either. Before we dive into the secret sauce, if you want to master your money and stop letting the system slow you down, do me a huge favor. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I am here to make sure you keep more of what you earn and get it faster than anyone else. Let's be honest, the period between January and April is stressful. You have bills to pay, maybe debt to clear, or you just want to book that summer vacation. The government holding on to your interest-free loan, because that is what a refund is frustrating. So how do we speed this up? First, we need to understand the beast we're dealing with. The IRS uses an antiquated system from the 60s to process millions of returns. If you make one small error, you're thrown into the manual review pile, which is basically a black hole. The first rule of the 5-day refund is foundational, but so many people ignore it. You must eliminate the human element. If you're still filing paper returns in 2026, stop immediately. Paper returns take 6 to 8 weeks. We're looking for speed. You need to e-file. But here's the secret layer to that. Not all e-filing is created equal. To trigger the fastest release of funds, your return needs to be clean. This means your reported income matches exactly what the IRS computer has already received from your employer. If there's a mismatch, the computer kicks it out. So before you hit submit, you need to double-check your W-2s and 1099s. Accuracy is the fuel for speed. Now, let's talk about the actual mechanism of the 5-day payout. This is often misunderstood. The IRS itself rarely sends a direct deposit in 5 days. Their fastest standard window is roughly 8 to 10 days if you're lucky. So how are people getting paid in 5 days or less? This is where the financial industry steps in to bridge the gap. We're talking about refund anticipation checks and refund advance loans. Now pause for a second. I know the word loan sounds scary. You might be thinking about high interest rates or predatory fees. And years ago, you would have been right. But the market has changed. Major tax preparation platforms now offer 0% refund advances. This is the legal loophole. Effectively, the tax service is so confident that the IRS will pay them that they front you the money almost immediately. Here's how it works practically. You go to a tax professional or use specific premium software. You file your return. The software pings the IRS. The IRS sends back an acknowledgement code, usually within 24 to 48 hours. Once that code is received, the bank associated with the tax software releases a portion of your refund to you instantly, sometimes within minutes of that acceptance. You get the money now. The IRS pays the bank later. You don't pay interest. The tax company absorbs that cost as a marketing expense to get your business. This is a game changer for cash flow. You could have up to $4,000 of your refund in your pocket literally days after filing. But, and this is a big but, you have to qualify. They don't just give this to everyone. They look at your predictability of your refund. If you have distinct offsets like unpaid child support or past due federal debts, you will be disqualified. This system relies on a clean record. Another critical factor in the speed equation is your banking setup. If you're asking for a physical check, you've already lost the race. Even the refund advance needs a place to go. You need a verified, active checking account for direct deposit. But recently, we've seen the rise of neobanks and financial apps partnering with tax services to shave off another 2 days. These apps process deposits faster than traditional big banks because they don't hold the funds for clearing periods. So let's recap the first half of the strategy. You're e-filing a perfectly accurate return, you're utilizing a 0% refund advance from a reputable provider, and you're directing that money into a high-speed digital bank account. This combination is how savvy filers are bypassing the 3-week wait. But wait, there's more. There are specific dates you need to know. If you file too early, you might actually get stuck. If you file on a Friday, you lose the weekend.
Let's talk about the calendar strategy, because timing is everything. A lot of people rush to file on opening day, thinking first come, first served. While that is generally true, there is a bottleneck you need to avoid. It is called the PATH Act. If you are claiming the Earned Income Tax Credit or the Additional Child Tax Credit, federal law mandates that the IRS cannot release your actual refund check until mid-February. They do this to prevent fraud. However, and this is where the strategy gets interesting, this is exactly why the refund advance loophole is so powerful. If you qualify for the advance, the bank can lend you the money based on your approved return before the PATH Act lift date in many cases. While everyone else is waiting for the calendar to hit mid-February, you could have that liquidity in your account in late January. You are essentially bypassing the government's mandatory waiting period by using a private lender's capital. That is financial leverage in action. Now, let's discuss the weekend trap. Never, and I mean never, submit your tax return on a Friday afternoon. If you file on a Friday, the IRS computers might accept it, but the banking system goes to sleep for the weekend. You lose Saturday and Sunday immediately. The sweet spot for filing, according to data trends, is Tuesday or Wednesday morning. This gives your return a clear runway of banking days to process the acknowledgement and for the bank to initiate the transfer. We want to minimize the days your data sits idle in a queue. I also want to teach you how to track this properly. Most people refresh the Where's My Refund tool on the IRS website 10 times a day. Stop doing that. It is slow and updates once every 24 hours, usually overnight. If you want to see the future, you need to learn to read your IRS account transcripts. This is what the pros do. You can access this on the IRS website. You are looking for a specific code, code 846. Code 846 stands for Refund Issued. Often this code appears on your transcript days before the Where's My Refund tool even updates. Seeing that date gives you peace of mind and allows you to plan your finances accurately. It takes the anxiety out of the equation. But we have to address the risks. What kills the 5-day dream? Simple errors and identity flags. The IRS has ramped up security. If their system suspects identity theft, they will freeze your return and send you a letter to verify who you are. To prevent this, make sure your address matches exactly what is on your bank records. If you moved, update everything before you file. Also, getting an IP PIN, an identity protection PIN, from the IRS proactively can smooth out the process because it proves to the system that you are really you right from the start. Let's zoom out for a moment. Why are we doing all this? Why the rush? It's not just about impatience, it's about opportunity cost. Every day the government holds your money is a day that money isn't working for you. Maybe you need that cash to pay off a high-interest credit card. Waiting 3 weeks could cost you significant interest. Maybe you see a dip in the stock market and want to invest. Speed is a financial asset. By treating your tax refund process like a business transaction rather than a passive administrative task, you regain control. You are the CEO of your own finances. A CEO doesn't wait for a vendor to pay them whenever they feel like it. They set terms. By using e-filing, ensuring absolute accuracy, leveraging refund advances, and timing your submission, you are setting the terms for your own capital. I want you to win this season. I want you to get that notification on your phone that says funds deposited while your friends are still complaining about the waiting period. If you found value in these strategies, please smash that like button. It helps the algorithm show this video to more people who need to take control of their money. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. We are building a community of smart, proactive wealth builders here. Take a look at your documents tonight. Get organized. The system rewards those who are prepared. Thanks for watching and for trusting me with your time. I will see you in the next video.